from the got in the gently. Ain't being friends with these. When I was down, I so had sympathy. But that's how I go when you broke. Now I'm like mistletoe. This do my own. Not gonna lie on these new clones. Then she asked for a loan. Had to laugh, then I told her get gone. Gon' get that me on. Ain't no give me not a thing. So I spend 90K on my range. You can see all my pain in my watch. Got my ex down and walking around with my hand on my. Cause I'm popping and I know you not. And I know you see just how I'm living. You're not happy with life, so you rockin' Reeboks on treetops, getting walk. Got a big band, it's like Sasquatch. Every time you see it, with a no, it's top
I got
notch.
that chicken to golf. A lot of these look lost. They broke, they think it's my fault. No caught. I want that caught. I'm dripping, I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you, don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the lights. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes. The ops on IG all the time. I dare them go live. Wagyu steak, I dine. 8 ounce, 255. I can't get funky with too groovy you me. If I ain't had love for me, I would've tried to get Nicki Minaj. J-Rock ain't gonna let you slide. Dory ain't gonna let you slide. You king of the city, I don't wanna be a big fish in a small pond. Trying to get across that water. I need fans in Vietnam. If you gotta hustle, but you can't stick to the grind, you wasting your time. I need a double a verse. I do it before FaceTime before I get to the club. Look at the line. Money ain't changed my heart, but I'm smarter. I guess it changed my mind. And I take care of my in prison. Don't think it's safe inside. I got that chicken to go. A lot of these look lost. They broke, they think it's my fault. No caught, for real. I want that caught. I'm dripping, I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you, don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the lights. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes.
And, Coach, we find ourselves due east from our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Just as we were getting ready for air, both teams coming out of their locker rooms, out of the tunnel, and this crowd is pumped up as their Redskins get set to match up with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. And just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, Williams. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. A play fake to Montgomery. Now Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. Well, and you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big.
You reset. Hey, easy. Hold.
Rodgers now on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They go play action for Montgomery, and now Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. 23 yards on the play. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now the first carry for Ty Montgomery. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Montgomery. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
That's fine. Yeah.
Now a play fake here on first down. He finds Randall Cobb on the completion. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Part of the reason they're here, no doubt, was his big performance in the NFC title game, and that's his first catch of the Super Bowl. A first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. They go back to the ground with Williams. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
Rodgers gives this to Jamal Williams. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
We're talking about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
Well, you know, he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Now the first carry for Adrian Peterson. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Slot!
On second down, here's Smith. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal. And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out? On second down, here's Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Montgomery. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to lead to a third down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield? It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football. And they've got it here with a first down. Now Rodgers. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Zach Brown leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. On second down, Montgomery. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18. Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him. The Packers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
319! 319! Here we go! 58!
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well. And Crosby puts it through. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal. So maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Let's go, 15. Good Liz. Orange. Liz. Smith
on first down. Escaping the punt, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Muhammad Wilkerson in there to sack him for a loss of 6. The last 7 seasons in a Jet uniform for Wilkerson, now a Packer, still making plays.
Yeah, those last 7 seasons produced 44.5 sacks. How about 2015? He had 12 sacks that season. But the last couple of years have been a little bit of a struggle. He's hoping to recapture his form in Green Bay.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. A shotgun snap for Smith. Incomplete. Kevin King, the former Washington Husky, there defensively.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, slot. Let's go, 15.
Out of the gun, Smith. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Richardson. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. So on 4th down, the Redskins will call on Tress Way to punt it away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
The left side throw complete to Adams. And he's brought down after a good gain. And give him a gain of 37.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, you start to get those guys creeping up, wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a changeup in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the changeup, and on that play, it worked for big yardage.
On 1st down, Rodgers. And his throw is incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
319.
And again, it's Rodgers. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Richardson. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. First down, here's a run with Peterson. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To throw on 2nd down is Smith. Got a man out of the backfield. It's Chris Thompson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break.
Tiger. Let's go. Let's go. 15.
Now a first down throw. It's Smith. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Yard line. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. From the gun, here's Smith. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Smith finding his big tight end Reed for a Redskins first.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
A gain of 6 there on first.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. He will push his way down to about the 14. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. As the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
We got 3. 15. Liz, Liz.
Smith now to throw. Flushed out right. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Well, it's been a tough go for him. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Ryan Kerrigan not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. Now Rodgers throwing on second down. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football into the Redskins. Haven't they do?
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Following the fumble recovery, Smith, the quick slant caught, and he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Josh Doxson as the first half is winding down, and the Redskins are able to strike for 6. And this is no good. He missed it. Not a good start here in the kicking department as this remains a 6-3 score. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And now the Packers get set to go. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Rodgers now on first down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
319! 850!
A final shot before half for Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've reached halftime here in D.C. in our nation's capital with a home team, the Redskins, on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Redskins in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going. Well, when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense.
And on 3rd and 3, they decided to go with a dime package. Yeah. 6 DBs.
Yeah, you're right. They've got 6 out there. Smith From the gun, he'll throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Richardson. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
First down, here's the run to Montgomery. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's Rodgers. That's caught by Geronimo Allison. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First target, first catch, and a first down. Rodgers now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10.
319.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. This is caught with a catch right side. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Local over here.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they showed the passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
2 former All-Pros connecting. Rodgers fighting his tight end, Graham. Packer first down. Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
319.
A play fake to Montgomery. Now Rodgers. And left side here, it's Graham. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
850.
Montgomery back to the ground. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Open man is Allison, complete. Rodgers to Allison, good for a Green Bay first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Rodgers now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Geronimo Allison, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Crosby on now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
Here's Smith now on second down. And this one is incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Josh Doxson. Third down here.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
The Redskins on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now Smith. And Davis has it over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. Smith now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. They'll hand it down to Geis. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Clinton Dix there for the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, you got three. Three down.
Again they run, again it's Geis. Room to run past midfield. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now it's Smith. Buying time to his left. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Smith throwing again. Flush to his right. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. Now Smith. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. Even after more than a decade in the league, Smith still one to account for with his legs as he picks up a first.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
Smith now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Smith. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. And he's brought down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Orange. 15, yeah.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll try and get it with Geis. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. The Redskins go for it, but it doesn't pan out. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed 4th down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too.
They'll run it with Williams. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Next one.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Montgomery. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back.
Hold. Here we go. 58. 319.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
Let's go, hey, let's go, come on. Box it, box it, box it, box it. 26. No. 19.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Give him 3 on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
That's fine, yeah. Get reset, hey, easy.
Rodgers now operating from the gun. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Cobb. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
319. Hey, 626. Lose the Jason Hunter.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the 1st down, close it out.
And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. The Packers go for it. Rodgers. And no, it's incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the 1st. And the Redskins will take control of the football in great field position. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. They try to take a shot there on 2nd down, and that leaves them, because of the incompletion, a very tricky 3rd and 10.
And with the time situation, you would expect them to try and get it all in this one play, but there's still enough time that if you can take something.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The 6-time Pro Bowler, Clay Matthews. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
35. Orange.
Desperation time for Smith on 4th down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tackle made there by Mason Foster. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Rodgers will take a knee here, and that should be all she wrote. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you? You loved the defensive.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So for the Packers, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for Washington, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3.